Hey everybody, Scott Holden here. Before we get started with the show, I just want to take a minute to tell you where you can find us out on the interwebs. That's right. First, you can find us at ThatMan on FatMan.com. That's right, ThatMan on FatMan.com. It's the central hub and the place where you can find links to all the other stuff I'm about to tell you about. So we're on Twitter. You can find us there at ThatMan on FatMan. We are also on Facebook. We have a Facebook page, so it's facebook.com/ThatMan on FatMan. We're also on YouTube. On YouTube, you can find us at youtube.com/ThatMan on FatMan podcast. We are also on Instagram, where we're ThatMan at ThatMan on FatMan. And I believe we're even on, Snapchat as ThatMan on FatMan. So you can pretty much find us on ThatMan on FatMan everywhere on the internet. Please friend us. Also, if you're an iTunes subscriber, please go and give us a review. It's very helpful. It's one of the best things you can do for any show that you enjoy. So leave us a review on iTunes. If you listen on Stitcher, we're also there. We're also on SoundCloud. So check those out, and we appreciate it. And now, we hope you enjoy the show.
This is Kevin Conroy, the voice of Batman, and I want to urge you to make a generous donation to the Wayne Foundation so we can stop the sexual trafficking of children. Do it, or I'll find you.
And don't forget to check out our good friend of the show, Mark Live, over at chundertunes.com for all your podcast animation needs. ThatMan on FatMan is recorded with a Zoom H6 handy recorder. Zoom for creators.
Disclaimer. The show you're about to experience is for entertainment purposes only. The hosts use mature language and conversation just like in most of life. If you're too uptight, this might not be for you. All that said, we really do hope you enjoy the show. But if you don't enjoy it, expect a nice big shipment of my joyous Joker juice on your doorstep in the very near future. Toodles!
As the world's biggest Kevin Smith fan, I appreciate the fact that somebody finally made a podcast about that interesting motherfucker. So yes, you absolutely did the right thing. If I mean, you know, I know it's kind of gross for me to be like, yes, doing a Kevin Smith podcast was fucking smart. Yeah. But I do feel like it was smart. I appreciate it. I think you were right to do that.
Okay. What has two thumbs and is a huge fan of Kevin Smith? ThatMan!
What are we going to do about the pancake master?
We need a costumed vigilante is what we need. Justice can't be served unless it's being fought outside the system.
Here's what we're going to do, eh?
Oh, shit. It's ThatMan. Who is he? He's ThatMan. He's talking. What should we do?
Oh, there he goes by in the Thatmobile.
The what? Thatmobile, his car. Go get him, ThatMan.
Well, once upon a time, a regular man read a book written by the Fat Man. Tough shit, written by old Kev Smith. Kev said go out and start a podcast, and so I did, and I had a real blast. But my obsession was driving my co-host nuts. Didn't want to bring the podcast down. Needed Porkchop Murphy to hang around. So I created a new show with one heck of a plan, and I call that show ThatMan on FatMan, because we're going to chat about Kevin Smith. That's right, let's talk about old Kev Smith. Hey, everybody, and welcome to this episode 2-37. Yes, 37 in a row. Yes, in a row. For season 2 of ThatMan on FatMan. I am Scott Holden, and alongside me for the show is none other than producer extraordinaire, Jean Holden. Hey. And she's on cam now, too. So, welcome. And this show was a little different tonight because Can you talk a little louder, sweetie? Say hi.
Hey.
Okay, good. I just wanted to hear your level.
Yeah.
And this show's a little different tonight because we are totally unprepared. We weren't sure what was going to happen, but we figured let's do a show because we got a lot of stuff we could talk about.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't have a Smed lines because I've had some sort of catastrophic failure over on my what do you call it? My Dropbox account. So I'm trying to figure out how to reclaim everything that I've lost. But in the meantime, so I've lost those files and I've lost or the new ones. Not just.
How do they get lost?
It's a long story, but I'd rather not get into the technical details. But it was essentially a screw up. But yeah, it costed me some files, but I can recover them.
Good.
It's just
good. It'll take a little bit.
Yeah, and I'm not ready today. So enough of that technical difficulty bullshit.
Yeah. We have a Tessie groupie, but we do not have.
No, we don't even have the Tessie groupie. Same, like she probably posted it before the catastrophic failure. So
it's there, but we're not able to retrieve it.
Yeah. So it'll just be it'll be a chat.
Yeah.
For today, because it's not like we don't have a lot to talk about.
No, we do. We can talk about a whole lot of stuff.
Okay. Well. Well, are you feeling all right?
Yeah, we're doing good.
Okay, yeah, you're acting a little weird.
Okay.
Anyway, you're acting flightier than normal.
All right, I will bring it a notch down.
Okay, thank you. Is it the lights? Is it the bright lights? Big
like,
city?
Yeah.
Hang on, actually, let me change your angle.
I like looking at Sal though.
There. Yeah, we're using the Robo
It's
Robo
like he's
Jokers
doing like
today.
a weird like wink with like
The Cyber Jokers.
Like a cyber wink. Like
Yes. So yes, we have to train ourselves to look into the camera while we're
That's what I'm doing, but it's easy because it's a person.
Yeah, and then you're right over there, so then I get my eye line goes to you and looks
Mm-hmm.
weird in this camera. So anyway, see, this is the bullshit. No one wants to hear any of this crap.
Yeah.
You know. Oh, here we can start off by saying, all right. So we were supposed to have a guest. Now back further, we were supposed to be filming today.
Yes.
The original plan was we weren't even preparing for a show on Sunday. Our show was going to be on Monday.
Right.
And it was going to be with our friend Stacy Toy.
Yeah. We didn't get like a firm time and all that stuff.
Yeah, it wasn't completely.
Yeah.
But so then what happened was we were in the city on Friday seeing a screening of Filming Hawk. And we should send out much love to those guys. And they're at
JJ and Ty.
Yeah, and you can see their stuff on Twitter on @BobHawkDoc, I believe is what it is.
And it's Holly Dogs, isn't it?
Yeah,
Holly Dogs.
Holly Dog Films.
Dog Films, yeah.
Yeah, so we got to see a rough cut, or no, what did they kept calling it?
And you know what? I've known exactly what it is until like right this second.
Yes.
And I don't have any clue.
Yeah, so it's not the final cut. It's a work in progress.
A work in progress.
A work in
right.
progress.
Right.
And so yeah, it was very cool. And
oh my God,
we
guys.
finally got to meet personally JJ and Ty, who've been on the show in this season a bunch of episodes back. And it was really cool. And Ty is going to be in our movie. And
He's
you know,
a cool
it was
guy.
and he got
Cool people.
it was cool seeing some really cool footage of Kevin talking about Bob Hawk and
Oh my God.
and
guys.
yeah, just I
It's
think
such a beautiful story.
yeah, and if you're a fan of Kevin,
And you know how Bob Hawk
and
is
you're a
just
fan of Clerks, there's no way you could not like this film.
It's just so good.
Yeah, it's just another slice of the Kevin history, if
It
you will.
really is. It's a beautiful story.
Yeah, so we highly recommend you go checking that out
And
when
you know,
it finally is released.
you go in loving Bob Hawk, and you can't imagine loving him more. Like even after the movie, it's like,
Yeah,
oh my God, I love him so much.
He really is.
He's
It does show how he's really been.
He's loved by so many people.
But he's been a force in the industry for, you know, in the background. You don't see him. He's moved silently. Like he's only known to a lot of creators. So,
but he like dedicates like his time and his energy and his enthusiasm to these people, and it's like amazing.
So while we were in there going in to see that, I'm glad because then we saw street sign saying, on Sunday, the New York City Marathon
Oh my god.
will be in the hizzy. And anyone who's in the tri-state area, New York City tri-state area, will know that when the New York City Marathon's in town, you can't get anywhere, nowhere. So we quickly called up Skip and Allison Bedell, who we were supposed to film today out on Long Island, and said, oh my God, we got a problem. Sunday, we didn't realize it's the marathon. So we rescheduled that. And then in place, we set up podcasting with them today. However, I guess they ran into some snags at their end and they couldn't make the show after all. So then we were like, oh, well, we could talk about all this great shit. Which suddenly now you're quiet. And we could also take tweets. So if you want to tweet us.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to.
We's live now. So
yeah, I was trying to do that. That's very distracting though. So
yes.
Maybe do it. Maybe do it after.
Yeah. Well, there won't be much after. So if there's live tweeting, it would have to happen right now.
I know.
Right in the hizzy.
Only if it's an emergency. Okay.
Yeah. And I don't have the YouTube. And now I see why. Like I used to go, oh, I wonder why Kevin doesn't, because Kevin and Mark Bernard would do their live thing.
Mm-hmm.
And what would happen, they wouldn't respond to the YouTube feed because it's very difficult to pay attention to the YouTube feed while you're doing the video.
Right.
That's the truth. Yeah, because that's another thing you have to have up.
Yeah.
So if you're responding to the YouTube feed, we won't be. If there's any kind of text messages going on there.
Yeah, it's very distracting.
Yes.
But not in a negative way. Just, yeah.
So since like the last show was me flying solo, and that was with playing the like sort of a joint interview with Bob Levy, Reverend Bob, and we dropped it here, and he dropped it on his end as well.
That you got to do that.
Yeah, it was cool. But on that show, you weren't there. You know, it was just something like I felt like I was rushing and throwing it together without you. But now you're here.
I'm here now.
So now we could talk about all the stuff we did. I didn't even mention that we filmed with Joey as well.
Oh, you didn't?
No, when I realized when we talked about all the other guys we talked about, I didn't talk about filming with
Joey.
Yeah, the Pork Chop Murphy from over at Bone Crushing Juggernaut out there. So
yeah.
So it was cool sitting down with Joe and going through some of the history for camera. Oh, excuse me.
Yeah.
Big old burp. I didn't feel like doing it on mic.
Just do it on video.
I know. And so we got to discuss some of our lore and get it out there and kind of fill in for part of the movie, some of my history. Now, how much of that actually makes the final cut, I don't know. You know,
it was nice.
Has to fit into story time as it were. So
you're both hams, you and Joey.
Yeah. And he was more subdued. He wore a blazer.
He
It reminded me of like some of the first TESD stuff where they had to wear blazers and Walter didn't even know what one was. Oh, huge shout out to Walter too.
I love Walter.
His fucking it's his work on Tom Steve Dave again is been awesome. His commercials were very funny. I was getting such a kick out of them.
With his daughter, those are the best.
Yeah, those are funny. Like Brian's commercials with his daughter were
She's
great.
Like making fun of him.
Yeah, and now yeah, it's so funny. I don't know what's funnier when he's teasing her with his silly games, you know, like
she's like totally making fun of him.
Because he's trying to he tries to get him over on her.
Yeah.
And there's also the dynamic of you don't know if she really understands who he is yet. Because for I
probably does.
Yeah, now how can you be in high school and not know that your dad is famous? You know what I mean? Like, but there was a time when they kept all that from them.
Right.
Which has got to be so fucking weird.
Walter.
Yeah. So that was great. They wrapped up that show.
I loved it.
And that was cool. I don't know where that came from. Just got fanboyed out a little bit. What else is going on? So we shot with Pork Chop Murphy. So BCJ fans will be happy to know that he will most likely end up at least a little bit in the film. And
you hear that, Joey?
Yes. Well, I mean, I can't. It's like what I've said to people who've traveled great distances, like the guys from what do you call it?
ECN.
Yeah, no. Well, them too, but the ones we shot most recently up from Canada.
Oh, from Canada. Dave Mater.
Yeah, but the name of the show, I'm trying to remember the name of the show. Give them the plug. It's the Trivial Pursuit, but not Trivial Pursuit. Trivial Debates.
Trivial Debates.
Yeah, sorry, guys. Yes, Trivial Debates. They came down from Canada.
Right.
And like you said, ECN, like we told them, anyone who travels great distances to be here is guaranteed to be in the final cut. I mean, I can't guarantee you how long, but your face will be in that movie.
It's a long way to go.
Yeah. It's only fair.
I know.
So.
You guys amaze me. You do.
Anyway, then we shot with, you guys will be familiar with where are our seats as well.
Yes.
So
Nick
that was
and Pete.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Those guys are fun. They're like the genuine article, like, first time podcasters. They have like, a couple of episodes. They're starting to get into that place where, okay, we've got our like 10 shows in, or however many they have.
Yeah.
What's next? Like we're starting to feel our oats. What are we doing with this thing?
They're really cool. They're like full of personality.
Nice slice of life.
And Nick's wife Tracy's really nice.
Yeah.
And their kitties. The kitties wouldn't come down though, because I think they're still young.
Yeah, they have kittens.
Yeah, they have kittens.
What Gene is talking about.
I was waiting.
Very young kittens, like.
And they're just afraid when people.
How old were they? Did they say?
I think they may be like a year now though, so they're not really.
Were they?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, I didn't realize. I thought that, from what I understood, they were.
It just, I mean, that's still young.
Yeah.
So.
Well,
but they didn't come down. But she was sweet, very very sweet. It's a lot of fun.
And then we also saw our friends this week who met Argentina.
Yeah.
And they said that she is a true computer nerd.
She's a nerd.
She's a total geek.
She's so awesome.
But they said, she's a lot, a lot of fun to talk to, and fun to interact with, and all that good stuff.
And she said, "Thank you for all of that, all of the tour guide."
Into the mic, sweetie, and into the
guide.
camera. Look at Sal.
Woo!
You got Sal.
I know, I did.
For those who are
very,
curious,
very handsome.
If you look online over on our Instagram account or over, I think Instagram will do best, and that's ThatMan at ThatMan on FatMan.
Right. Oh, there's a picture
of our. I have Mutant Murr, and you have Cyborg
what
Sal.
What made you think of that?
I don't know. It was simple. I noticed on our videos we're not really looking into an eye line, or our eye lines are weird.
Right.
They're still now, but it's easier to look in. I figured it's easier to look into a camera. It's easier to look into a face.
Right.
Because you know where your eye line will be. So, and we had these two extra.
Yeah.
You'll see the 4 up there.
Right.
But we had 2 extra, and it just was like, hey, it's an eye line. It's a person. It's kind of like looking at a person.
I still kind of look over at you though, when you're little.
I know. And occasionally I try and look right down the barrel.
I try to do, but then I look
hey,
at
folks, I'm looking right down the barrel. I'm getting used to this bullshit.
You're like a little bit to the left of Sal, though. So
yes. It's all good.
It's all good.
But for, there's one thing that we do kind of need to do. Hang on, let me get this out of the way. Now everyone's like, oh shit, I can hit my fast forward button. But please do not. Oh, that's on you. No, it's on me. Let's try that. There we go. So, here we go. Gonna let you hear about Audible.com. I want to take this time to mention to you www.audibletrial.com/ThatMan on FatMan. That's right, www.audibletrial.com/ThatMan on FatMan. That's one word, conjunctified. Go there, sign up for your free 30-day free trial. Sign up, get a free book, a free audio book, because you don't have to go through no tedious reading. You don't have to turn no fucking pages. You don't have to do any of that bullshit. You get in your car, you put on your headphones, and you are listening to a book. You're taking a magical journey into a fictitious land. You're expanding your mind, all when you're stuck in traffic. Fucking amazing. Audiobooks. These are the wave of the future. And you can get in for free for 30 days, a free trial. And when you get your free trial, you can download a copy of Tough Shit by our Savior, Kevin Smith. That's right. Our Lord and Savior, Kevin Smith, has left words for us to follow in our lives, and we can get it for free just by signing up to audibletrial.com/ThatMan on FatMan. That's right. audibletrial.com/ThatMan on FatMan. Thank you. Please sign up. You'll be very happy you did. Hey, everybody. I hate to interrupt, but I want to take a moment to talk to you about Patreon. What is Patreon? Patreon is a startup type service. This one caters to ongoing projects. It is for the video bloggers, the podcasters, the bloggers who regularly provide content to an audience out there. And if the audience chooses to, they can support their the shows they listen to that are members of Patreon. ThatMan on FatMan is on Patreon. And if you would like to help us to offset the costs that we incur on this show, it also helps expand our abilities. For instance, SoundCloud, as a result of folks helping us out on Patreon. You are helping to grow the show. And for that, we try and provide our Patreon listeners with special bonuses, special shows in advance that they can hear prior, just special videos, things like that. We try. It's more ad hoc. It's more seat of the pants, but I think the listeners out there are happy with them. No one's complained yet. We're not talking a lot of money here. We're talking like $2 a month, $4 a month. And where can you find us? Very simple. Go to patreon.com. That's patreon.com/ThatMan on FatMan. Or you can go to ThatManOnFatMan.com and click on the link on the right side of the screen that says Become a Patron on Patreon. Wow, that ended abruptly. Like, what the fuck? But hey, there you go. We're back, folks. Where's that? There we go. We're back, folks.
Hello.
Do we get any tweets out there? Like any questions?
No.
Or yeah, it's like I think everyone's like, "Oh my god, I'm so burnt from Halloween," which was yesterday. And as someone said on Twitter, it's fucking November. I can't believe it.
I know, it's crazy already.
Yeah. Oh, you might have heard us this just recently. We dialed into Netheads.
We did.
We were sitting here, and so Skip and Allison Bedell were supposed to be on the show, and we were all Skyped up and ready to do our thing when we got a tweet saying that they weren't going to be available, and they apologized, and we had to reschedule.
You get it.
Yeah. So, but I looked up and I glanced up and I said, "Oh shit, looks like Trent and Will are on. Why don't we call in and say hi?" And that's all I had the intention of doing.
Yeah.
And because they always are like call in and shit. So
yeah.
But then all of a sudden I felt like I was intruding, or we were intruding.
There was a moment there that was.
Yeah, it was like they were like, "What? Huh?" I'm like,
well, I guess yeah.
Yeah.
Just wondering what it was, what the call was for.
We were just saying hi. Really, it's like, hey, they're on, we're on.
Yeah.
You were all mic'd up.
Yeah, that was funny.
Well,
it was an awkward moment.
It was indeed.
But it's okay because we moved on.
Yeah. Well, I know that we're probably going to drop another show this week. We just wanted to do something tonight to keep you guys in the loop as to what the heck is going on with the show and how come all our plans, our best laid plans fell through this weekend. But
yeah.
Shit happens. We had a marathon. We had fucking all kinds of crap. But we did get to go to a great screening of Bob Hawk's documentary.
Oh, that was so good.
Yes.
I can't wait for you guys to see it.
Yeah, that was really cool.
And I know a lot of you will see it because you appreciate Bob Hawk like we do.
I will say I'm getting sick of going back and forth
and
back and forth to the city. But you know what? That is
though.
such a not. I mean, I hate to sound like I'm bitching because people are like, "Oh, fuck you! You're making a movie, you douchebag." But yeah, I mean, it does get to be a little much.
Fucking complain.
I tell you, I don't know. As soon as I get behind the wheel,
Oh my God, your
I get
back.
this shooting pain in my right shoulder blade. It kills me. So it's all the tension.
Ow.
As the guys from East Coast nerds. I said Electric City nerds, or
I like that too.
yeah, at one point. Or what are they? Are they the Electric City nerds? No, they are Electric City nerds.
Electric City nerds.
But I keep calling them East Coast nerds. I don't know, because EC, like EC Rocker, East Coast Rock. Yeah. It is Electric City nerds.
Electric City nerds it's a good name.
Yes. So yeah, as they said, you can hear their testament to my driving.
Oh, that's so
on the
funny.
last Hostful. Oh, you know what? You didn't get to hear this. I played this on the last show. I'm kind of curious what you think of this. This is something that was discussed on what show was this? This is Matt Myra, and it was Talk Saturday and it's Scramble Days. All right,
what are you gonna play?
All right, just listen. It's a cut of Kevin talking about they were in this museum.
Okay.
Or it's not even a museum, it's a warehouse.
Okay.
Do you remember the show Heroes?
Yes.
Do you remember the older guy? Not the older guy, the like the normal cop guy.
I do.
You know his face if you saw him.
Yeah. I don't know.
He's been in show business for a long time, and one of the things he's managed to do is collect a lot of, or he's involved, and I guess other guys too are involved in collecting all these show business memorabilia. And Kev got to go to his warehouse and was walking around. And this was just something that he noticed. Now I played this. This will be on last week's show as well. But those some of you are hearing it again, but you'll hear Gene's reaction as well. Okay. Here we go. Without further ado, this is Kev on Carson, or them talking about this.
He wrote for TV back in the day. I don't know if he still writes now. James Commissar, real good guy. But yeah, he's got stories, fun galore. He told me how he got into it because we were in the one room where we were showing stuff. And there's a picture of Carson taped to the side of the wall, and he's standing in front of the Carson curtain and stuff. And I said, "What is with the Carson thing?" And he's like, "Good eye." He's gone everywhere I work. There's a picture and a picture of Carson with a candle in front of it. And I said, "Why?" And he goes, "Because he changed my life. He was the first guy who took me seriously." I asked him, he was wrapping up the Tonight Show. And I asked him for everything. "Can I get the curtain? Can I get this, that?" And he goes, "Why would you want this stuff?" And he was just like, "This is important." And Johnny Carson was like, "Nobody cares about this." And he's like, "It's going to matter. Trust me, it matters now. It's going to matter."
That's it. That reminds me of Kevin.
Yeah.
So there you go.
That's really cool.
I'm a big pussy. I'm sorry.
That's all right to be.
I'm practically crying on camera. Whee.
It's all right to be a pussy.
Ooh. I know what else we could say here.
You can be a pussy once in a while.
We should give a big, huge shout to Death Wish Coffee. That's right, Death Wish Coffee, which you're now seeing on the screen. That's right. The big Death Wish.
Oh my
Coffee.
God, it's so good.
Yes, we're very happy that they're supportive of the show, and we would like to ask you to show your support by going over to deathwishcoffee.com.
You can vote for them.
You can vote for them, and you can order some coffee. Now, we were supposed to get some pictures from fans out there. Yeah. Halloween costumes that were related to the show, or related to our show, related to Kevin. Now, I saw Kevin retweeting tons of people dressed as him.
I know.
And one guy had a fucking reproduction of his Bob Hawks shirt already.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, but
can you do that? Like, how do you do that?
You just do it. I mean, you figure it out. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
He had it made up independently.
Oh, okay. So he did it on his own.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which you can do, but it was nice because it was stitched. It wasn't. Nice. It was but anyway.
That's a fan right there.
So we were going to pick 3 people, and 3 people out there were going to get a pound of Death Wish coffee, courtesy of ThatMan on FatMan. If you tweeted us your costumes, and we only saw like 1 so far. So, we come on, here's a chance. Win some free coffee. We'll take them late. Just so long as you took
Send
a
'em
picture of
on
yourself
over.
dressed, as something show related.
Yeah.
We will. And it was October 31st. You can somehow prove that, I guess.
Send them on over.
Yeah, well, you can win a chance, one of 3 chances to win a pound of coffee.
And it's so good.
Yes.
Coffee's really good.
So there you go. Get some Death Wish coffee. One more commercial we'll shove in your face. Sorry about that. We're evil and bad that way. And now we should be back. Both. Yes. Okay. So we're back on the screen.
So what else have we been up to? What else happened?
We
went to the screening.
It all
which is
sounded
amazing.
so great. But the truth is, we just wanted to give folks an update of what was going on.
Yeah, we like just letting you guys know what's going on.
Yep. And I have a feeling we're going to drop a second show this week anyway, once we have our makeup interview lined up, whether it's with our friend Stacy or with the Bidells or with whoever. And who knows? Maybe this will start a trend. Maybe we'll be like many other shows and start dropping 2 shows a week and totally burn you out on us.
And you'll say, please stop.
Especially being as riveting as this one was.
Please stop.
But it's okay. I know how to fix certain things that happened this week so that they won't happen again.
What's
Mainly,
that?
we'll nail our. We'll get those. We'll button up all those tight ends, loose ends. Sorry, not tight ends.
Tight ends.
Ooh, yeah. Hope you like my new glasses.
They're really cute. I like them a lot.
All right, folks. This one was short. It was simple. It was easy, and it was kind of fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, and we got all our commercials out of the way, which is sometimes the most important thing. But until next week, or no, until later this week, most likely. Just remember, you want to say it?
You're smart and you're good.
Yes, you are. You're smart and you're good. And I have to now play with the video. To set up our closer. Why don't you give everyone a big kiss? Because
Bye, guys.
We'll check you next time.
See ya.
Why did it just do that? Go. Come on. Any minute now. There we go. Laters. Smart and good.
Laters.
I wanna do it to your lung, I feel like King Kong. Between your hips, alright. Down to your head. Stop now. Let's go. Dreams of moving little things you never want to quit. 4 different sounds, scream at the town, and I tell you it's no crowd. 4 little men, so jamming in the band, your brains we must attack. Don't fall behind, climb up in our mind, and get those stuff Prozac, alright. Say listen, don't give me no fight. You know it now, when the fight goes out. but how they've been plucked. The 12 little girls with their hair up in curls, but how they've been kissed. Well, hey, little sister, I'm a big one, so bad I must insist. I wanna do it to you long and be like King Kong and get between your hips, alright. Real sex, now feel the phone. You gotta do the stomp now, you little punk. You gotta do the stomp now, you little punk. You gotta do the stomp down.
Go get him, that man.